Welcome to another fabulous flip lesson from Rock and More Productions, Mr. Moore and Mr. Rockenstein. And today's lesson is going to be on multiplication arrays. And the objective of our lesson is by the end, you will know how to answer a multiplication fact by drawing a symbol picture that we call an array. So you might be saying, well, what's an array? Well, an array is a group of symbols that are arranged in straight rows and columns. And it can be any type of symbol. So we've got some examples here. It could be a bear, and people love these sound effects, so I'm going to try and play it for you. Sounds a little like sound sounds a little like Mr. Rockenstein's stomach after lunch. So we have penguin, we got stars, we have a cow. Any one of these could be our symbols that we use in order to make these pictures. I'm going to play the cow too. Really quick cow noise. I mean, we could even use a picture like Abdul, or we could use Jordan, or we could use Mason. We could use any of those. Those could be our symbols, and we're going to make a row and column. And you might be saying, well, Mr. Moore, what's a row? What's a column? Well, I got an answer for you. A column is a vertical or an up and down image. So you can see columns go up and down. All of these are examples of columns. And a row goes across. It's an example, striped shirt, the flag, things like that. Rows go across, columns go up and down. And so we're going to put symbols into rows and columns in order to solve that. And we make this symbol picture by looking at the multiplication problem and using the factors, which factors are the numbers in the problem, to determine our rows and columns. And we always do, the first number is always going to be how many rows we make. And the second number will always be how many columns we're going to make. And so I'm going to use these stars right here in order to make rows and columns. And since the first number is 4, I'm going to make 4 rows. And I'm just choosing to use stars this time. You could use X's, you could do little dots, you can do whatever you want. So I now have 4 rows because I have 4 lines that go across. And it says I need 5 columns. Well, I already have 1 column right here. Here's 2, 3, 4, and now 5. So you'll notice there's 4 rows, 5 columns. And the last thing I need to do, I need to fill in the stars in each of those. So I want to make sure there's 4 rows, and in each row there's going to be 5 stars. And you'll notice by magic, suddenly I have 4 rows, and in each of these rows there's 5 stars. So 5 columns are going up and down. If I were to draw a line, that might help you here. So here's my 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's 5 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that helps us answer this question, 4 times 5, because really we could count how many stars there are now. There's 4 in each row, and there's 5. And if we counted them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 4 times 5 is 20. And we've used this symbol picture, this array, in order to solve that. Okay? So another example. Let's try another one. Remember, first number is always rows. Second number is always columns. And I have a nice picture of Jordan here that I'm going to use. And since 6 is first, that means I'm going to do 6 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then because 8 is second, that's how many columns I'm going to do. So I already have 1. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the thing you'll notice whenever we're making an array is it ends up being a rectangle shape. And so right now I don't have a rectangle shape. I have an L shape. So I need to fill in all this area so I have 6 rows, 8 in each row so that I have a rectangle. So let's see. Now if you notice I have 6 rows and there's 8 in each row, or there's 8 columns. If you were to count all of these up, we'd end up having the answer to our multiplication problem, 6 times 8, and there are 48 pictures of Jordan. So One more just quick example. We have 3 times 3. Sometimes the factors are the exact same. Well, how does this impact it? Am I going to get a rectangle still? Well, you're still going to do your 3 rows. Remember, the first number always is rows. Second number always is columns, which is the up and down. I have my 3 rows, and now in each row, there's 3 columns. So there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The only difference when the factor is the same is it doesn't matter kind of which one you build first. And the type of rectangle you get now is called a square. So it's even. We should have an even number in each one. So again, if we count out 3 rows, 3 in each row this time, or 3 times 3, we end up getting 9. So we have 9 penguins that are sitting there. I'll even give, I know some people, I'm sure Jared wants the noise. Here's your penguin noise. So hopefully this has helped you. And now we have an assignment for you to turn in tomorrow. I want you to try these 2 problems, 9 times 4, and then also 5 times 7. And I want you to write the number model on a piece of paper and then draw an array for it. And then I want you to write the number model 5 times 7 and draw an array for that one as well. Remember, the first number always tells you how many rows. Rows go across. Second number tells you how many columns. Columns go up and down. And then the total number of pictures is your total answer. And it should be a rectangle of some sort. So I hope you enjoyed your first flip lesson at home. And good luck.